Okay, next we are going to discuss about limiters for iron. So here the limiters for iron is according to the IP 1996. So this depend upon the reaction of iron with thioglycolic acid in the presence of citric acid and ammonia when a pale pink to deep reddish purple color is produced. So what are the reagents used in limiters for iron? Thioglycolic acid, citric acid, ammonia. So here the iron get precipitated in the form of iron hydroxide or ferrous hydroxide and ferric hydroxide depending upon the oxidation state of iron. So in the presence of ammonia, citric acid forms a complex with iron and prevent the precipitation of iron with ammonia. The color produced is due to the form of ferrous compound with thioglycolic acid. The name of the compound is ferrous thioglycolate. So it is a coordination compound. So this is stable in the absence of air and the color fades when exposed to air due to oxidation. So thioglycolic acid is a reducing agent and reduces ferric iron to ferrous iron. Then ferrous thioglycolate is colorless in acidic or neutral solution. The color develops only in the presence of alkali. So what is the reaction? Ferric iron to Fe3 plus react with thioglycolic acid to CH2SH in the presence of citric acid and ammonia. It will give 2Fe2 plus, that is ferric iron converted to ferrous iron. Then ferrous iron again react with thioglycolic acid. It will give ferrous thioglycolate in the presence of ammonia and citric acid. So what is the color of ferrous thioglycolate? Pale pink to deep reddish purple color. So that is the color of ferrous thioglycolate. So it is a coordination compound. So the purple color develops only in the presence of alkaline media. So ammonia solution is added. So citric acid is used to prevent the precipitation of iron with ammonia by forming a complex with iron as iron citrate. So the color produced is compared with the standard color containing a definite quantity of iron by viewing transversely against a proper background. So that is the principle behind the limiters for iron. First, ferrous iron react with thioglycolic acid. In presence of citric acid and ammonia, it is converted to a complex, ferrous ion plus complex. Then ferrous ion again react with thioglycolic acid. In presence of citric acid and ammonia, it will give ferrous thioglycolate. The color of ferrous thioglycolate is pale pink to deep reddish purple color. So we can compare the test color and the standard color. So usually Nessler cylinders are used for the limiters for iron. So first take two Nessler cylinder. One is labeled as the test, then another one is the standard. So in test cylinder, first of all, dissolve specified quantity of substance as given in the monograph or prepared as directed in the individual monograph and add up to 40 ml of water. Then in the standard, place 2 ml of standard iron solution in a Nessler cylinder and add 40 ml of water. So that is the reason the aqueous solution will wash out all the iron present in the sample or test. The aqueous solution will wash out all the iron present in the sample or test. Then again take the test and add 2 ml of 20% weight by volume solution of iron-free citric acid. Then take the standard, add 2 ml of 20% weight by volume solution of citric acid. That is the reason. So citric acid prevent the precipitation of iron with ammonia and keep iron in solution given in presence of ammonia by forming complex with iron as iron citrate. The next step, add 0.1 ml of thioglycolic acid both in the test and standard. So the reason is thioglycolic acid is a reducing agent which convert ferric iron to ferrous iron. Then thioglycolic acid again react with ferrous iron and form ferrous thioglycolate. The next step, add ammonia to make the solution alkaline and adjust the volume up to 50 ml with distilled water in both the Nessler cylinder. So ferrous thioglycolate formed is colorless in acidic medium, but in alkaline medium it gives purple color. So that is the purpose of adding ammonia. Then stir well, allow to stand for 5 minutes. Then place the two Nessler cylinder close together and viewing transversely against a proper background. So if the intensity of purple color in the test is less than that of the standard, the sample passes, otherwise the sample fails. That is the limit test for iron. So first of all, what are the reagents used in limit test for iron? Iron sample, thioglycolic acid, citric acid, ammonia. So what is the principle? Ferric iron react with thioglycolic acid in presence of citric acid and ammonia. It will give ferrous iron. Then ferrous iron react with thioglycolic acid in presence of citric acid and ammonia. It will give a complex ferrous thioglycolate. So the color of the compound is pale pink to deep reddish purple color. So in the limit test for iron, we can compare the test color with the standard color. So ഇവിടെ നമുക്ക് ഒപ്പാലസൻസ് അല്ല, വൈറ്റ് കളർ അല്ല നമുക്ക് കിട്ടുന്നത്, പെയിൽ പിങ്ക് ടു ഡീപ്പ് റെഡിഷ് പർപ്പിൾ കളറാണ് കിട്ടുന്നത്. സോ നമ്മൾ ടെസ്റ്റിലും സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡിലും ഉള്ള കളറാണ് കമ്പയർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഏതിലാണ് കൂടുതൽ കളർ വരുന്നത്, ഏതിലാണ് ഏറ്റവും ഡീപ്പായിട്ട് കളർ വരുന്നത് എന്നാണ് കമ്പയർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. സോ കളർ കുറവാണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡിനെ അപേക്ഷിച്ച് ടെസ്റ്റിൽ കളർ കുറവാണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ആ ലിമിറ്റ് ടെസ്റ്റ് പാസ്സാവും. പാസ്സാവുകയെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അത് പ്യുവർ സാമ്പിൾ ആയിരിക്കും. അതല്ല ടെസ്റ്റിൽ സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡിനെ അപേക്ഷിച്ച് കളർ കൂടുകയാണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എന്ത് സംഭവിക്കും? ആ സാമ്പിൾ ഫെയിലാണ്. അതായത് അതിൽ അയണിൻ്റെ ഇംപ്യൂരിറ്റി കൂടുതലാണ്. സോ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദി പ്രിൻസിപ്പിൾ ഫോർ ലിമിറ്റ് ടെസ്റ്റ് ഫോർ അയൺ. So what is the use of citric acid, ammonia and thioglycolic acid in limit test for iron? So here thioglycolic acid which act as a reducing agent which reduces ferric iron to ferrous iron, then ferrous to ferrous thioglycolate. Then what is the use of citric acid? So here iron get precipitated in the form of ferrous hydroxide and ferric hydroxide. So depending upon the oxidation state of iron. So in the presence of ammonia, citric acid forms a complex with iron and prevent the precipitation of iron with ammonia. So the color produced is due to the form of ferrous compound with thioglycolic acid. So this is stable in the absence of air and the color fades when exposed to air due to oxidation. Then what is the use of ammonia? So ferrous thioglycolate is colorless in acidic or neutral solution. The color develops only in the presence of alkali. So that is about limit test for iron.